Morning, beloved. It's the third day. I believe it's the third day. Maybe it's fourth day. Fourth day of the week, I believe. Yeah. Um, I don't know. It's your morning in your place, but here in Australia, it's morning still, late morning. And I thank Yahuwah for all things. And we need to prepare ourselves spiritually, beloved, because Messiah is not far from coming back, and he will return soon, and we don't want to be like those uh, who are just busy with their own things, their own activities, and being surprised by his coming and doing things which we should not do. We should prepare ourselves, be alert, and you know, make sure that he will see us the way he wants to see us when he comes. Anyway, I want to actually read for you chapter, and thank you, Yahuwah, for your being with us. And I want to ask Yahuwah for guidance through the Ruach HaKodesh in Yahushua's name. I'm reading chapter 12 to you, Ezekiel 12. And the word of Yahuwah came to me, saying, Son of man, you are dwelling in the midst of rebellious house. They have eyes to see, but they have not seen. They have ears to hear, but they have not heard. For they are the rebellious house. Therefore, Son of man, prepare your baggage for exile, and go into exile by day before their eyes. And you shall go from your place into exile to another place before their eyes. It could be that they see, for they are rebellious house. And you shall bring out your baggage for exile before their eyes by day, and at evening go before their eyes, like those who go into exile. Dig through the wall before their eyes, and you shall bring them out through it. Take them on your shoulders and bring them out at dark before their eyes. Cover your face so that you do not see the land, for I have made you a sign to the house of Israel. And so I did, as I was commanded. I brought out my baggage for exile by day, and at evening I dug through the wall with my hand. I brought them out at dark, and I took them on my shoulder before their eyes. And in the morning the word of Yahuwah came to me, saying, Son of man, did not the house of Israel, that rebellious house, say to you, What are you doing? Say to them, Thus said Adonai Yahuwah, this message is to the prince in Jerusalem, in all the house of Israel, who are in their midst. Say, I'm assigned to you, as I have done, so it is done to them. They are to go into exile, into captivity, and the prince who is in their midst is to bear his baggage on his shoulder at dark and go out. They are to dig through the wall to bring them out through it. He is to cover his face so that he does not see the land with his eyes. And I should spread my net over him, and he shall be caught in by my snare, and I should bring him to Babel, the land of the Kassadim, but he shall not see it, and yet die there. And I should scatter the every wind, all who are around him to help him, and all his bands, and I should draw out the sword. After them. Sorry for that, beloved. This already been fulfilled. But it's also the lesson to us. I can't read right now, and I don't know, this is my phone playing. You can see it's how blurred it's the words. I can't read. So the house isn't changed. It's still rebellious because you people walk in their own ways, and they don't hear with their ears, and they don't see with their eyes. Like a blind walking at noon, stumbling because of those things that matters in the world, instead to focus on Yahuwah. And you try to escape or prepare yourself. If anyone tries to do it and prepare in natural, it's not going to take you anywhere. It's not going to get you anywhere. Only Yahuwah can protect you. You need to seek Him, return to Him. Because the time when Yahushua returns is near. So we should not bother about the matters of this world. Not worry what we will have to eat, what we will wear, and how much we have. We're going to have enough. Those things Yahuwah will bring for you, will deliver for you, will nourish you. All things you need. He knows what we need. I just see it's doing this. Oh, fine. And they should know that I'm Yahuwah when I scatter them among the nations, and I should disperse them throughout their lands, but I should let a few of their men escape from the sword, from scarcity of food, and from pestilence, so that they recount all their abominations among the nations wherever they go, and they should know that I'm Yahuwah. And the word of Yahuwah came to me, saying, Son of man, eat your bread with trembling, and drink your water with fear and with anxiety. And you shall say to the people of the land, Thus said Adonai Yahuwah to the inhabitants of Jerusalem and to the land of Israel, Let them eat their bread with anxiety, and drink their water with astonishment. For her land is emptied of all who are in it, because of the violence of all those who dwell in it. And the cities that are inhabited shall be laid waste, and the land shall become a wasteland, and you shall know that I'm Yahuwah. And the word of Yahuwah came to me, saying, Son of man, what is the proverb that you people have about the land of Israel, which says, The days go by, and every vision shall come to naught? Therefore say to them, Thus said Adonai Yahuwah, I should make this proverb to cease, so that they no longer use it as a proverb in Israel, but say to them, The days have drawn near, as well as the matter of every vision. For no longer is there to be any false vision or flattering divination within the house of Israel. For I am Yahuwah, I speak, and the word which I speak is done. It is no longer deferred. For in your days, O rebellious house, when I speak the word, I shall do it, declares Adonai Yahuwah. Again the word of Yahuwah came to me, saying, Son of man, see, the house of Israel is saying the vision that he is saying saying is for many days from now, and he is prophesying of times far off. Therefore say to them, Thus said Adonai Yahuwah, none of my words are deferred any longer. When I speak a word, it is done, declares Adonai Yahuwah. So now we in the times of the end, beloved. And the prophecy is going to be fulfilled. And like Yahuwah says, what he says, what he speaks, the word is going to be fulfilled. It is done. It's not for emptiness, it's not for vanity. It will be fulfilled. And can you imagine? We are in the end times. All the prophecies, all the prophets, the patriarchs were speaking about this time we live now. And I see so much foolishness, so much childish behavior in the body. Worry about things which are unnecessary. Instead, to concentrate on Yahuwah and trust Him and focus on the walk with Him. People are scattered spiritually. Doesn't matter if you connected with your other and fellowship in physical, but in your ruach, you are scattered. You look like you're together, but that's not what Yahuwah is asking for. We should be scattered in physical, like in the bodies. We should not supposed to gathered in natural, but that will be gathering in spirit, in ruach. We don't need to be in flesh in the same place. It's not what Yahuwah is talking about. It's to be in one, in ruach. Doesn't matter where you're in the world, which place you live. What's the point if you're together in a group, in a community, if you are different, you're not connected in ruach? You are not. You're still separated. This is not, Yahuwah doesn't work this way. His ruach works behind the scenes. It's not what you want and how you want to connect. You need to really seek Him. And don't worry about matters of this world. Because then, I know I speak to you like deaf. You don't hear me. You rather listen to those ministries. Big ministries, YouTube channels. That's okay. It didn't meant to be that I should be, I'm actually glad I'm not for everyone, because it's for the small group who will hear. The very few who understand that it's not a matter of physical gathering, not of physical fellowship, but of spirit, of ruach, of Yahuwah, His ruach. We don't need to be together in natural. His ways are unsearchable. And if you believe and trust, you can move mountains. The belief is the most important thing, to love Him. If you obey His commands, He will live in you and He will do things through you. You don't need to do those things as a man does in natural. Seek Him until He can be found. Seek Yahuwah. Seek His deliverance. The time is near. You need to change your ways and stop to think in natural like men thinks, but just thinking in ruach. Remember, Yahusha said, "What is born of ruach and water is ruach, and what is born of flesh is flesh." Wow! And you can't mix those things. What is of flesh is flesh. People who think in flesh, who are born of flesh, cannot understand those matters. They will keep gathering in flesh. They will do beasts in flesh. They will do things in natural, because they don't see things in spiritual, through the spiritual eye. And they won't hear things. They will read the word and will be just the ink. They will think they understand. They always will ask, which scriptures you using? because I want to compare with others. What is important? If the Ruach is in you, it doesn't matter which scripture you have. He will teach you. He will guide you. He will show you the right words. You will understand what you mean to understand. It will come true. Because the language and the word is not that word. Like, it's not about the writing. It's the Ruach which works behind the scenes. And is only understood by those who are from Ruach, from the same substance. This is not because someone is better or worse. I didn't choose to believe. I didn't choose to be like this. I received it and I'm honored. But I can't change it. Yahuwah gave me that's what I have, and I only can see things in spirit. I can see things spiritual through the spiritual eye. I can't understand the matters of flesh like on natural thinking, man's thinking. It's not because I'm better, it's because Yahuwah gave it to me. I did not deserve it, but it's His will. I didn't do anything. I didn't earn this thing. I didn't earn His blessings and His love. I received it. I don't know why. Maybe. We don't know. He tries our hearts and our kidneys. But I have nothing in me which deserve all those things I received, the love and the blessings of all those things I don't deserve at all. That's why I know it's not because of myself, because I'm good. It's because Yahuwah is merciful and He is good. That's why I received it. It's all thanks and glory to Him for all things. So we should not boast in flesh, but only in Yahushua Messiah. I love you. Yahuwah bless.